Hi, let's continue with section 9.2. In our notes, we have our definition of regression line. A regression line is also called the best fit, the line for which the sum of squares of the residuals is a minimum. For the equation of a regression line, the equation of a regression line of independent variable x and a dependent of the variable y is y hat is equal to mx plus b, where y hat is a predicted y value given for a given x value, and the slope m for the y-intercept b are given by m equals and this really long formula. So our equation is always here, but we use this formula right above. But in statistics, we like to write the b before the mx. And the reason I say don't worry about this long formula here is because we're going to be using StatCrunch. So let's go ahead and do an example. Find the equation of regression line for the gross domestic products and carbon dioxide emission data. So here we have our chart. We have our GDP in trillions of dollars for X and our CO2 emissions of metric tons for Y. We're going to enter this information in StatCrunch. So just like before, you go to StatCrunch, you click that second option and then open StatCrunch. And I have it such that have the information there. So all I did was just punch them in, just like we see here in the chart. And I want to show you how to use StatCrunch and also have this in your information in your notes. So you want to go ahead and choose stat, choose regression, choose simple linear. You add that to the notes. And then you want to choose the first option for X. So we're saying that this is our X. So that's our one. If we would have labeled it like an X, it would have chosen X. And then our var2 is going to be our Y. We go ahead and choose compute. This will give us everything we need. Here you go, it's right here. This will give us everything we need. It gives us our correlation coefficient, our R, which kind of tells us how positive or negative and how close to one our line is. And then we also have our equation that we talked about, that y hat, and it's given right here. But we have to be able to recognize our information. And before I move out of this page, you can go to the next one, and it gives you your scatter plot of all these points, and it also gives you a line. So you can say if it's a linear line or non-linear, if it's positive or negative. And actually, what's cool about it is you hover your mouse around it, it gives you your formula. But let's go back so we can go ahead and interpret our information. So our information there we go. Our information is right there, and that tells us what our line is. Our line is y hat equals 199.535x plus 560.36, which is right here. But notice that it's kind of in switched order. It gives you your slope and then your y-intercept, which is fine as long as you know which one has the x. I'm happy. And again, if you choose the next button over, it gives you your line, also gives you your equation. All right, so that's it for 9.2. Thanks.